Hey, I'm Kellen with Saris, here today to take you through the assembly and installation of the Freedom 2-bike rack. Freedom is super versatile, lightweight, and really quick to assemble. Let's get started. So first we're going to take the base, the stinger, we're going to install it into the hitch, and we're going to put the hitch pin through and tighten it up. Now it comes set up as a 2-inch. If you have an 1.25 inch, you simply take the 5mm hex key and remove the 5mm bolt that holds a 2-inch adapter block onto the 1.25 inch base. The vehicle I have here is a 2-inch. I'm first going to insert the base into the vehicle's receiver and line up the hitch pin holes with the holes in the vehicle's receiver. Next, I'll take my threaded hitch pin and insert it through the driver's side of the receiver. Next, I need a 3/4 inch wrench socket or an adjustable wrench to tighten up the hitch pin. Before we assemble the rest of the rack, I'm going to install the lock onto the hitch pin. For the next step of the assembly, we're going to install the left and right tray modules onto the base. Now, since I'm doing this alone, I'm going to pre-install the carriage bolts to the left side of the front plate. Left tray portion up and line my holes up and slide my carriage bolts through. Hold the tray and I'm going to install the washers and bolts on the back side. Now that I have my left driver's side tray module loosely attached, washers and nuts slightly threaded, I'm going to install my right passenger side tray module before I tighten anything up. Push the carriage bolts through the front of the faceplate. I want to make sure my carriage bolts go into the square holes and go flush up against the front plate. Next, I'll install the washers and nuts onto the bolts. To ensure the rack is level, I want to slightly lift up on the tray module while I'm tightening the bolts, to ensure that it is installed straight into the plates. Now that I've tightened up the passenger side, I'll repeat on the driver's side. Now that we have our Freedom assembled, we're going to put a bike on it. First step is to open up the rack's arms. There's a handy little knob here that you pull to disengage the arms to rotate them to the open position. Next, I'll open up the wheel straps. Press the button and slide the strap through the buckle, and then you can hook your strap on these neat little hooks in the wheel trays to keep it out of the way while you're installing your bike. I'm going to do that for both the front and rear wheel tray straps. So there's a front and a rear tray. The front tray is stationary. It does not rotate. The rear tray rotates freely by hand. You'll set your front wheel in the stationary tray and then the rear wheel into the rotating tray. If you need to adjust the position of the bike and the trays, the front wheel tray has 2 positions adjusted with the 5mm hex key. Loosen the bolt, but don't remove it fully. Pop the wheel tray out and rotate it back, and then pop it back in, and then retighten your bolt. Now we're going to drop the bike into the wheel trays, putting the front wheel into the front wheel tray, rear wheel into the rear wheel tray. If you notice, that rear wheel tray rotates to automatically adjust to the size of the bike. Next, I will push my hook up until you hear an audible click and it stops in the vertical position. Next, press the hook firmly down onto the top of the tire while holding the bike in place. Now I'll secure the wheel straps. Now that our bike's on, let's lock it up. Just put your key in this keyhole on the arm, turn the key, and it's locked. For extra security, you can run a lock cable through this lock loop and through your bicycles. And now that your bike's on your Freedom, you're ready to roll.